It helps companies do research with their community-based user approach. They pay the users $1 a minute. He keeps the other $1 a minute. They're doing $14,000 a month in volume today. He keeps again $7,000 a month on that, hoping to grow to about 150,000 by the end of the year today. Bootstrapped so far with a team of 4. Hey folks, my guest today is Sal Avalar. He leads Lightster, which helps companies connect with qualified users for input and reward users for sharing their opinions. Companies can create unlimited communities of qualified users, and users who participate get rewarded with cash and perks. That is what co-creation is all about. That's what Lightster is all about. Sal, are you ready to take us to the top?
There you go.
So when I read your bio, like user testing comes to mind, right? You help me find people to test my product. Is that an accurate comparison?
Um, yeah, kind of. Like our proposition is slightly different. We try to implement that idea of like a co-creation, like an ongoing process. Like you basically build your communities and you keep in touch with users to a point that you become customers and then friends and advocates and so on, and you keep owning that community to really co-create your product in an ongoing basis.
So tell me a story about a customer who's paying you right now and what they're paying you for specifically.
Yeah, so we do have different methods of revenue. Basically, the basic one, which is the pay-per-use kind of method. So everyone is welcome. They can jump in for free. And really, when they need to create a session with users, then they pay $2 per minute. So usually sessions are about like 30 minutes. And then we do have a couple of premium plans, paid plans. They include a couple of different features like unlimited chat, session recording, create your own community, pick your rewards, and so on.
So I want to make sure we don't lose people. If they go to your website, what they'll see is an application that says Lightster connects customer obsessed companies with 1,000+ communities for discovery and feedback. And then you have 100 or so companies listed along with a bunch of partners like 500 startups and tech stars. So
Yeah.
Are you in charge of building the communities on your app as well? And if so, that's a massive marketplace issue. How do you get those people to sign up for communities on your app?
Yeah, so right now we are the ones building the communities, and we do recruit users. We do invite people to join the app, and we place them into the communities as they fit.
Some of the
And
communities, guys, just so you know, are called like Toronto Tech or things like that. Sal, what are some other names of communities?
yeah, we have like a Web3 developers. Just the other day, we created one for parents with children under 18, and all sorts of different communities. We are actually progressively building communities pretty much every day as our customers are requesting new types of users, new different kind of a custom requirements, and so on. So
Why?
they can pick from.
How do you incentivize a busy Web3 developer to drop everything and install your community application when I mean, what's in it for them?
Yeah, right now there are a couple of ways they're rewarded. The basic one is cash. So users get paid like $1 per minute, and if
Per
they're
minute of
running it
what? I don't understand.
per minute of session. So if they are having a video session with someone providing their feedback, they're paid $1 per minute. Uh, and then the companies pay us, we get a cut, and then the users get their payment. And then they do have other forms of reward, like we can provide them premium access to the applications, or they get paid in gift cards or any other type of reward that our customers can
Sal, do
select
you
and,
only
and
build a
suggest.
community if you already have a company that you know is willing to pay for a session? For example, who's the company behind the Toronto Tech community you've built?
No, not really. No, like we keep building communities as new users are coming in, and then we basically select custom requirements to keep building the communities. Of course, when someone has a custom request, then we build those communities for them. The
But Sal,
Tech
so my
Toronto
question though is
one,
with the Toronto Tech, yeah, if someone joins that and you don't know who's going to pay for the session minutes, how do you tell the new community members we'll pay you $1 per session when you know there's no company lined up ready to pay that money?
oh, so they are auto qualified to the session. So as the companies are creating the sessions, we pick the ones who are a good fit for the projects based on what the companies are looking for, and then they're basically auto qualified based on the algorithm.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview.
So how many total unique communities do you have on the platform today?
We have more than, I think, right now. Well, every day we create new communities, but I think now we have more than 1,000 communities.
And how many individual unique users across those communities?
Yeah, we have about 6,000 users now. Users can qualify for multiple communities as they go fit.
Okay, understood. And then how many companies in the last 30 days have paid for at least one session?
Yeah, we got about 12 companies enrolling now in new projects like Noble here from Toronto, a couple of other companies from the US, and some companies that are part of the perk programs we have with the incubators.
Mm-hmm. And so when one of these 12 companies pays like a budget to get user feedback through your community, what's the average budget? What's the average project size usually?
Yeah, it's about from $600 to $1,200 per project. Yeah.
So let's just make the math easy. Let's say a company says, Sal, I want to spend $1,000 getting user feedback. Can you help me find the right community members? You're then paying out the community members $1 per minute. Where do you make money?
Yeah, we get a cut. So for the standard plan, we're talking about $2 per minute. Users get $1, and then we get the rest of it.
Okay, so if someone's going to pay you $1,000, right, divided by $2, that's 500 sort of minutes of time.
Yeah.
Right, and you're keeping $500 of the 1,000.
We get 500. Yeah, exactly.
I see. So what volume in projects did you do over the past 30 days, dollar-wise?
We've lately, I think we had about $7,000 over the last 30 days. Yeah.
$7,000. Well, okay. And help me understand growth. How much did you do exactly 1 year ago in March?
Oh my God. Growth was fast paced. So we launched the app back in September last year. And then after that, it was just like trying to pick up the pace. We were generating, I think, $900 per month. To this point now, about $7,000. Yeah.
And just to be clear, the $7,000 is your cut, or you get to keep half of that?
No, it's our cut.
So you're actually doing 14,000 in volume. You're keeping 7,000.
Yeah, about.
I see. Interesting.
It fluctuates a little bit, but yeah, like it.
Sure. Yeah. I guess tell me more of the backstory here. So you get this going in 2022. How many folks are full-time on the team today?
We are about 4.
4 of you. And what are the roles?
So I am in charge of marketing growth. My co-founder Pat is in charge of product dev and overall kind of operations, and we have two other folks involved in the dev, product development, and so on.
But you and your buddy are the co-founders.
Yeah, tech experts.
Yep, that makes sense.
We're three. Yeah.
How do you what, let's say that you have 6,000 users signed up today, and then a month from now a new company signs up who user A is a fit for, but that user hasn't engaged in like 2 months. Are you sending that user A a cold email, a text message? How do you make them aware that a company is willing to pay them $1 a minute?
Yeah, so we keep actually sending pretty much every week a whole new set of questions so they can qualify for new communities. That's the way we create incentives of, be qualified, be automatically qualified. You don't need to actually submit to any new project. You are automatically in that community. Once they are in the community, and they can receive invitations from our customers to participate in sessions.
I see. And have you bootstrapped the company, or have you raised capital?
Just bootstrapping completely now.
I love that. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you have 12 customers right now this month that are paying for sessions?
We do have a bit more, but the ones that are still initiating sessions, they're not fully paying yet.
Do you try and get companies to like commit to like a year-long contract, or how do you structure the contracts?
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, like just about 2 months ago, we launched the subscription plans. So there's one plan that allows them to create different perks and unlimited private communities and so on. That's a $50 per month plan, and there's another one that includes 150 minutes, which is about $200 per month.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, listen, it sounds like what you're building is fun here. You're scaling nicely. You're bootstrapped, which is great. What do you think you can grow revenue to by December of this year?
Yeah, so we're predicting about 30% growth month over month at this point.
So what does that mean in terms of revenue you'll do in December this year?
Well, didn't question numbers yet, but I think we are gonna hit about 120 grand, hopefully, by the end of the year. We don't know yet, but that's what we can do.
That's great. Well, Sal, on that note, let's wrap up with a famous five. Number one, what's your favorite book?
I've been very hooked up with the Ray Dalio one,
Principles.
The Principles.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying? Sal, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Currently, oops.
Go ahead, Sal. CEO you're following.
Yeah, Shane from Air. Like, I've been hooked up with him.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building Lightster?
Right now, a bit of everything, but we've been relying a lot on Canva, Lightster, ClickUp.
Sal, you're cutting in and out, so I'm gonna wrap the interview up here, guys. Lightster.co. It helps companies do research with their community-based user approach. They pay the users $1 a minute. He keeps the other $1 a minute. They're doing $14,000 a month in volume today. He keeps again $7,000 a month on that, hoping to grow to about 150,000 by the end of the year today. Bootstrapped so far with a team of 4. Sal, thanks for taking us to the top.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.